We all watched the massive fireworks this offseason, the billion-dollar deals, the global stars arriving, the spectacle that redefined the ceiling of modern baseball contracts. But tucked away, far from the blinding lights of the marquee signings, the Los Angeles Dodgers just executed a silent, almost invisible move that I guarantee is the most terrifying signal they could send to the rest of the league.
It wasn't the signing they wanted, it was the signature they needed to secure their ultimate prize. And the true meaning of this utility infielder acquisition is something most analysts are completely missing. If you believe that championships are won not by superstars, but by the relentless depth and strategic preparation of the supporting cast, then you are exactly where you need to be.
Welcome back to 617 News, where we dive past the headlines and uncover the strategic brilliance behind the most underestimated roster moves in baseball, starting right now with the quiet acquisition of Andy Ibanez. Let's be honest, when the news broke that the Dodgers had picked up former Tigers utility infielder Andy Ibanez on a major league contract and on the same day grabbed Ryan Fitzgerald off waivers, the reaction from the casual fan was a collective shrug. Another utility guy?
After signing Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and that once-in-a-generation talent from across the Pacific, this is what the Dodgers are doing? This is where the championship organization separates itself from everyone else. This is the difference between a team that buys a trophy and a team that is built to earn it over 162 grueling games, plus the brutality of October. Ibanez, at 32, is the definition of unglamorous reliability.
Over 5 big league seasons, his cumulative slash line of .254, .302, .389 tells you he is offensively average, maybe slightly below. But to focus on that is to misunderstand his value entirely. His real product is defense and availability, the ability to play second, third, and short without melting down. He is, as one scout I spoke to put it, a human fire extinguisher.
He possesses the versatility the Dodgers crave, and after a year where he hit 4 home runs, drove in 21, and managed a .653 OPS for the Tigers, securing him after he was non-tendered in November is a masterclass in exploiting market inefficiencies. But let's address the skepticism head-on, because it's valid. Our resident cynic, Kenji, immediately voiced the common concern. Honestly, Kenji said, I saw the headline and I just thought, another utility guy?
We need another ace, not a non-tender pickup. This is boring. It doesn't move the needle. We are focused on the playoffs. Ibanez is a September call-up for bad teams. And that, Kenji, is precisely where the logic breaks down. The reason you can afford a superstar-laden starting 9 is because you have this caliber of dependable veteran filling the gaps. Remember that Tommy Edman is dealing with recovery from surgery, and his readiness for opening day is totally uncertain.
Even if Kike Hernandez returns, his conditioning and workload early in the season are question marks. This isn't about replacing a star, it's about insulating the entire operation from catastrophic failure. If an injury takes out your starting second baseman for 3 weeks in June, do you want to rely on a raw AAA prospect or a veteran like Ibanez who historically commits fewer than 5 errors per 100 defensive opportunities? The answer is obvious. The front office knows that instability in May can derail the entire year, especially for a team carrying the weight of massive expectations. Coach Tanaka, a mentor who understands the deep value of the bench, told me, "You need that player who saves a run in the 7th inning of a 1-0 game, who makes you say, thank God he was there." Ibanez is insurance, and for the Dodgers, that policy is priceless. The strategic depth here is mind-boggling, and it escalates the conflict beautifully. The Dodgers didn't just grab Ibanez, they also grabbed Ryan Fitzgerald, another right-handed infielder capable of playing everywhere but first base. Now, look at the composition of the roster. With Miguel Rojas already under contract, the Dodgers now have a surplus, an oversaturation of proven right-handed defensive infielders. This isn't mismanagement, this is intentional manufacturing of trade liquidity. The total cost of these 2 new acquisitions is minimal compared to the $5.
$5 million commitment to Rojas, or the $69 million commitment to Edwin Diaz that they locked up in their major league contracts earlier this offseason. They are building the roster defensively, establishing a philosophy that screams, "Shubi katameru zo," we are solidifying the defense. They are preparing for October baseball, where one single run saved is worth more than 5 home runs in April.
Ibanez, for example, quietly logged a defensive runs saved metric of +4 across multiple positions last season, a crucial metric that demonstrates his immediate impact in the field. And here is the absolute climax of this whole move, the hidden strategy that resolves the mystery we started with. Andy Ibanez and Ryan Fitzgerald are not necessarily here to finish the season in Dodger blue. They are here to be utilized as highly appealing, major league-ready trade pieces. The Dodgers have effectively created a bottleneck of right-handed utility infield talent. Think about it. They have a defensive surplus that many contending teams, or even rebuilding teams looking for stable veterans, will desperately need by the trade deadline, especially if a star shortstop goes down. The real play here is using this depth to secure the final piece of pitching, a mid-rotation starter or an elite setup man that the front office identifies as the final weakness come July. As Coach Tanaka concluded, you look at the roster now. Ibanez, Fitzgerald, Rojas, it looks like a redundancy problem, but for a team built to win October, redundancy is preparation. It's what we call trade bait liquidity. They are gathering controlled, dependable assets that other teams need. The silent, invisible move was not just the signing of a good utility player, it was the construction of the perfect trade package.
While everyone focuses on the glitz and glamour, the Dodgers front office is acting like a champion, ensuring every single potential weakness is covered, and simultaneously creating trade currency out of thin air. This move shows the front office has their finger firmly on the pulse of reality, preparing for the grind while others are still basking in the glow of the fireworks. Andy Ibanez, the seemingly mundane signing, might just be the quiet key that unlocks the next monumental trade that seals the Dodgers' World Series destiny. If you appreciate this deep dive into the strategy behind championship roster building, smash that like button, share this video with another baseball fanatic, and make sure you subscribe to 617 News for more relentless analysis.
Let us know in the comments below, which major league asset do you think the Dodgers will ultimately flip their right-handed infield surplus for come the trade deadline? Let the speculation begin.